Acclaimed as the fourth largest country in Africa by land area, Libya possesses many unique features and history that we will be outlining in today's video. Welcome back to FTD Facts. I'm Sarah Carvalho, and I'm looking forward to introducing you to 10 interesting facts about Libya for the first time here on FTD Facts. Now, this video comes highly requested as of a recent poll we held on our YouTube channel's community page. So, if you enjoy this video, don't forget to show your love by liking and subscribing, and we might even bring you a part 2. But for now, let's get right into the facts. Coming in at number 10, Libya is famous for a tea that is as thick as syrup. Shahi Allah is a tea made based on traditions with a specific setting and tools. It is usually made when family members gather or during Eid as well. Some families even continue this tradition every Friday. Now, mostly prepared by women, the Libyan tea is very thick as a result of mixing a lot of tea leaves and a high sugar concentration. Once the two ingredients are mixed and an appropriate amount of water is added, the tea boils for 20 to 30 minutes. When the tea is ready, it is served in small glasses. Now, all the magic happens in the process of pouring it multiple times until it creates a lovely and bubbly foam on top. This tea is usually accompanied by sumac, khobza, magrub, and ghaiba, which are some favorite Libyan bites. Alright, and you may not have known this, but Libya was part of an ancient Greek empire. Now, founded in 631 BC as a settlement of Greeks from the island of Thera or Cyrene, present-day Shahat, is a city in Libya that was part of the Greek Empire that existed hundreds of years ago. In fact, it was one of the most important Greek cities as it was the center of philosophy education. As one of the oldest towns in the country, Cyrene is listed among the UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Cyrene lies in a lush valley in the Jebel Akhdar uplands. The city was named after the spring Kiri, which the Greeks consecrated to Apollo. Now, if you're into extreme sports like mountain climbing, BETTE Peak is for you. BETTE Peak is the highest mountain in Libya, being 7,434 feet tall or 2,266 meters. Also known as Bikubiti, the mountain is found in southern Libya at the Chad-Libyan border. The first documented climb of BETTE Peak was by Ginj Fullen alongside his Chadian guides in December 2005. Nonetheless, the mountain's location makes it the most difficult part of the Sahara Desert to access. Alright, moving on to talking about the country's longest serving leader. Muammar Gaddafi was Libya's longest serving leader. Gaddafi seized power in 1969 and ruled Libya for 42 years. As a result, he became one of the longest serving African and world national heads of state. Gaddafi was famously known for being a dictatorial leader. However, it is also believed by some that he served his country well by improving its health services to the level of being among the best in Africa. He also increased Libya's rate of literacy from only 25% before his reign to 87%. His reign ended in 2011 when he was removed from the government in a coup. The militia tracked him down in his hometown where he had sought refuge, and, well, he did not survive this event. Shockingly, at the time of Gaddafi's death, his net worth was about 200 billion US dollars. Let's talk a little bit about food. Libya imports most of the food consumed by its people due to its inability to produce the majority of its food locally. The country is located within the extensive Sahara Desert, which means it receives very low precipitation. It also possesses poor soil and climate, which are both limitations to food production. A major attempt made by former Libyan President Gaddafi to reverse the situation was the financing of the Great Man-Made River Project that was built for irrigation of the farming land. This project turned out to be the world's largest irrigation project. It comprised of 1,750 miles of an underground network of water pipe. Nonetheless, Libya still depends on imported food for the survival of its people. And bringing us to the halfway point in our video, did you know that Libya has been able to to survive for decades without rain. The Libyan desert comprises the eastern and northern parts of the Sahara Desert. The Libyan desert is known for being the harshest, driest, and most remote region of the Sahara. With day temperatures of up to 50 degrees Celsius, this region may go for decades without rain. And even if it does rain, approximately 93% of the land surface receives less than 100 millimeters of rain per year. Now, let's discuss the three historical regions of Libya. Now, subdivisions of Libya have varied significantly over the last 2 centuries. Initially, Libya, under Ottoman and Italian control, was divided into only 3 regions, namely Fezzan, Tripolitania, and Cyrenaica. Fezzan was the southwestern part of Libya, Cyrenaica was occupying the eastern half of the country, and Tripolitania covered the northwestern parts of Libya. Today, the country is divided into 3 administrative regions that have then been subdivided into 22 districts called Shabia. All right, let's look at the country's religious past and present. Now, although popularly known as a Muslim nation, Libya possesses a rich Christian history. Today, Christianity is a minority religion in Libya. However, the country possesses strong Christian roots. Examples of 2 important biblical characters linked to Libya are Simon the Cyrene and Saint Mark. Simon is known as being the one who was forced to help Jesus Christ carry his cross, and he was from Cyrene City. Cyrene was a Libyan town that existed hundreds of years ago. On the other hand, we have Saint Mark, who wrote the Gospel of Mark, founded the Church of Alexandria in Egypt in 49 AD. This church birthed many of the Eastern Orthodox churches, Coptic Church, and Greek Orthodox Church, which exist in Libya. All right, now we can't get through this video with talking about the only king that this country has ever had. Libya has had, as I said, only one king in its lifetime. The first and last monarch of Libya was known as King Idris I. He was both a political and religious leader who was born into the order of Senussi. King Idris I served as the emir of Cyrenaica before becoming the king of Libya in 1951 at the end of colonial rule. The king's rule was unpopular because of his conservatism. In 1969, King Idris I was deposed in a coup d'etat led by Colonel Gaddafi, who later succeeded him. Interesting that Gaddafi took power through a coup and lost power through a coup. All right, and coming in at fact number 1, Libya is home to some of the largest oil reserves in Africa. The discovery of oil in Libya in the 1950s was a great turnaround for the country, which had previously been ranked among the poorest in the world. Now, as of 2010, the country's annual oil production was 1.65 million barrels per day. Today, oil and petroleum products form the largest portion of the country's exports and government revenue. Besides, it is among the 15 most thriving economies in Africa, alongside South Africa, Nigeria, Algeria, Egypt, and Cameroon, among others. Nonetheless, the unstable political environment of the country in the recent past led to fluctuations in its oil prices globally. All right, friends, this brings us to the end of the 10 interesting facts about Libya. I hope that you enjoyed this video as much as I did. I mean, it was certainly interesting for me to learn about a country that, admittedly, I didn't know very much about. And what about you? How much did you know about Libya before today's video? Was there anything that shocked you about today's facts? If you have been there or are from there, are there any unique facts that we missed? Leave all your comments down below, as we love learning and hearing from you. And if you enjoyed this video, I've linked some similar videos down below for you that you are sure to love as well. So check out the description section for those links. As I mentioned earlier, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you want to see a part 2 to this video. Also, check back daily for new videos made just for you. Bye!